Hi everyone and welcome to my North Knit Corner. My name is Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway. Here I live with my husband and our 3 boys. And this is my little corner of the internet where I talk about knitting. And I'm so happy that you are here. Welcome so much if you have been here before. And a special welcome if you're here for the first time. I really hope that you will enjoy the time together with me today. I'm excited to talk about what's on my needles and if I have some FOs, which I do. I have a little stack of FOs here to show you. So I hope you are ready with your knitting or crocheting and that you will have a nice time together with me. I have timestamps on the episode and I have information about everything I talk about in the description box below this episode. And with that out of the way, let's just get started. My Christmas sweater is done and it's what I'm wearing. It's the Spring of Love sweater from Jill Karina Bø. And I love it. I think it's so Christmassy and beautiful and nice. And I love the green that I've used for this. It's a beautiful hand-dyed yarn from a Norwegian hand dyer called Moba's Hand Dyed. And the yarn doesn't have a color name, but it's this beautiful green and it has so many different nuances of green in it. So I think it's a lot of fun in this color work. And it was a lot of fun to knit this color work. It's no row is the same, so you have to pay attention. But it was a lot of fun and not a lot of long floats. Some in between, but not a lot. So that was great. So it was not very difficult to tension, which I'm very happy with. The main color is Sun's Sunday. The color number is 1001 and the color is just white. I have knitted the size 2 on needles 3, 3.5 and 4, which is US 2.5, 4 and 6. I had a little mishap, you might say. I took and when I finished a ball of Sunday, just right around here, I put the body on hold and I used that's a hard word, I know you know what I mean. Interchangeable needles. And I just put on some needle stoppers. And then I knitted the sleeves. And when I was done with that and going back to the body, I was finding my needles from my set, putting them on, knitting almost all of the body, and I think I realized when I was going to knit the ribbing or the ribbing and was going to change to smaller needles that I've used 3.75 millimeters instead of 3.5 that I've done up here or down here. Up here I used 4 millimeters on the color work. But I think that you can see that I've changed from 3.5 to 3.75. I couldn't rip the whole body back. I couldn't be bothered. So, oh well, things happen. You have to pay attention when you go into your set and find needles. Oh, well, it is what it is, but I think it's okay. It's very beautiful details on the end of the sleeve, before the ribbing, and also on the hem. And all in all, I'm very happy with this. The short rows are in the ribbing in the neck, which was something I have never done before, but it worked out very nice. And the increases are in the color work. So this is a brown yoke, which I don't really like round yoke sweaters because they turn out like this, very bunchy, and yeah, I don't really like that. And also the neck, and now I've put my microphone through and over, so it's not very nice. But this bunches up as well up here, which is annoying, I must say. But it's a sweater that I'm only going to wear a few times in December. So I'm happy with how it is. I think it's beautiful, and even though it's a little bunchy, that's okay. I really like it, and I think it's very festive, and I'm excited to use it in December. Maybe I even can use it a little bit in November. Who knows? Yeah, so happy with this. It weighs 282 grams. My next finished sweater today is a Christmas gift, and I showed you last time and talked about it a lot then, so I'm not going to bother with that or bother you with that today. But my Celeste sweater man is done. And I'm so happy to have a Christmas gift done for my husband. And I think he's going to look so handsome in this. And I love the Celeste sweater pattern. Like I said last time, I think this color work is so much fun. It's not difficult at all. It's not like this. But I think it's so fun to see how the colors play together. And like I said last time, I think it will look good with any colors. Yeah, so I'm so happy with how it looks, and I think these are colors that's going to suit my husband very well. The main color is Sandnes Smart 1042 Gray, and then I have two of the contrast colors also in Sandnes Smart, which is 6324 Blue Heather, 9572 Dark Green Heather, and two of the colors are Sandnes Per Gynt, which is 2564 Golden Brown and 6364 Blue. And it weighs 664 grams, so it's pretty heavy. Yeah, I don't have too much more to say about it. I talked about it last time. I knitted the size medium needles, 3.5 and 4 and 4.5 millimeters, US 4, 6 and 7. So the 4.5 millimeters I did use on the color work too. I always like to use a bigger needle for the color work to try and because I always knit tighter on color work, so to try and even it a bit out. So I'm happy to check off another Christmas gift. My next finished object today is a scarf that is the Hope scarf from Elisabeth Kigones. Her handle is Hettestrikk. This is also in English, this pattern, so you can find it on Ravelry. It is designed for the Pink Ribbon Month or Breast Awareness Month, which is in October. Here in Norway we have a knit-along called Rosa Samstrikk. Rosa, it's a pink. It doesn't really sound the same in English. But the thought is that we are all going to knit something in pink. We put in our finished products or objects in the FO thread on Ravelry. There's one podcaster who hosts it, and we donate some money to this pink ribbon fundraiser that they have. The money will go to research on breast cancer. So I really liked this hope scarf, which is designed for this knit-along. So all the proceeds go to this fundraiser, which is wonderful. I have knitted my scarf in a hand-dyed yarn from Myrul Mikrofargeri, Norwegian hand dyer, in the colorway Plum, together with Sannes Tynn Silk Mohair in the purple color, which is number 5023. I've knitted on 3.5mm needles, US 4, and it has this beautiful lace or structure motif. It doesn't really come through, I think, in this yarn. I think the corporate, is that right to say? The culprit, yeah, whatever. The one that has the can be blamed for this is the silk mohair, I think, because it really takes over because it's much lighter than plum color. So the structure kind of drowns in this yarn, but I still do love how it looks. I love the combination of the yarns, and this is going to be a favorite this winter. I just bought myself a new winter coat, which I'm so happy with, and I think this will be a beautiful scarf to wear together with that coat. So that is my hope scarf. It weighs 100 and let's try this one more time. It weighs 123 grams. Yes. And the pattern is good, very good, but it's only charted, and I can read a chart. It's okay, but I do really like a written pattern. And there's some things written out, but the structure is only in the chart, and it's not for the whole scarf. It is just for the some of the increases, and after a while you have to think for yourself to continue the increases, which is not difficult, but you have to think, and for me thinking is very hard. And then you of course can increase as much as you want. You only need one skein of hand dyed and a little bit over one ball of mohair, so you can just adjust the scarf according to how much yarn you have. And also you get a little chart where you can see how the decreases are done, but you have to think a little bit yourself. So I did have to rip back quite a lot in the end also to get the decreases right, which is okay. It's nothing wrong with the pattern. I understand that she can't write out everything because it would be a massive chart. But for me, who have trouble thinking and concentrating, it was a little bit difficult. But I'm sure it won't be difficult for you. But I do love my finished results, and I'm very happy that I knitted this scarf. It's going to be a favorite. All right, I have some socks that I finished as well. I just need a sip of coffee first. And it's the Christmas morning socks by Vivian Aas. Vivi og Gutta is her handle. These are sadly only in Norwegian, but it's very easy. The sock is very basic, other than you have 4 different charts for colorwork: reindeer, hearts, snow crystal, I think it's called, snow crystal, and trees, yeah, and also 2 different structure, and it's all charted, so it's easy to follow if you want to knit this and don't know Norwegian. And also I think you easily can Google translate the little written instructions that are there. Yeah, so I have done the reindeer this time, and the cables. I've chosen to do the cables, and there's also a little half fisherman's rib, or pat. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure what it's called. I never remember. What can I say? These are knitted in Viking Norweigan in the color 800 white and 819 brown. I have done the shadow wrap heel for these. The heel in the pattern is the heel flap and gusset, and that is a nice heel which sits good on my foot, but I don't like to knit it. But the shadow wrap heel I really like. I have memorized it. I don't need to look at the pattern or something, and so that's a heel I'm going to knit more of, I think, at least when I am impatient. Yeah, so happy with these socks. These are for me, and yeah, I'm really feeling the Christmas mood is coming. I'm so excited for the Christmas season. Yeah. I know it's not yet, but it's approaching soon. So I'm excited. Did I say they weigh 91 grams? I knitted them on 3 and 4 millimeter needles, US 2.5 and 6. So that's a pair for me. And then there's this podcast that I watch, Not the Worsted Knitting Podcast with Michelle Frazetta. She is also a knitwear designer, and she showed some very fun Christmas socks, and she needed test knitters, so I applied, and I was so lucky to get chosen. And it's the Trim the Tree socks, and I knitted these in only a couple of days because they were so addicting. I had so much fun knitting these socks. So it's Christmas tree lights, as you can see, the old-fashioned fun big lights. I have knitted only with scraps of hand-dyed yarn. If I could go out and buy new yarn for this, I would have chosen different colors, not these at all. But I really wanted to use my scraps because I have a lot, and these are perfect socks for scraps. I have knitted the medium size on 2.25 millimeter needles and 2.5 millimeter needles. Now I haven't written down the US size, but it will be beside me here, so you can see it there. The yarns are from different Norwegian hand dyers. You have Hettestrikk, Garnbutikken Fortuna, and another Norwegian hand dyer called Safran Socks. And also some Filcolana Avetta, that's the green that's in here for the strings here. They are so fun, So I really want to knit them again. I highly recommend the pattern. It was so well written and so easy to follow. And you can choose between two heels. So you can choose the shadow wrap heel, which I used, or you can use afterthought heel. And that's also a great heel that I have tried. But I wasn't in the mood to cut into my knitting, so I decided to do the shadow wrap heel. And they weigh 58 grams, so not a lot of yarn goes into this, and they are so fun. I want to knit more. I hope I can be able to knit one more pair before the Christmas season starts. That would be fun, and maybe I can go out and buy some yarn for it. I am happy with the colors on the light. It's only that I would wish that I had something lighter for the background. So if I can buy that, I think I will be able to find some scraps for the light bulbs. Yeah. So Trim the Tree socks, I think they will be available in the beginning of November. And she also has some kits you can buy with yarn. I can't remember the hand dyer at the top of my head. I really wish I could buy the kit, but living in Norway, you have to pay a lot of taxes to get them in here, so it would be so expensive. So that's sad, but if you are in the US or around there, that could be some fun for Christmas with a sock set and knit these beautiful socks. Highly recommend them. My last FO today, I didn't think I would finish for this episode, but it was so much fun to knit. I couldn't put it away, so I finished it in just a couple of days. It's a hot water bottle cover. Excuse me, my voice is going. It's a hot water bottle cover. I used a free pattern from Emily Bolduan. You can find it on Ravelry, and it was a very good pattern to follow, and I highly recommend it. I just used that as like a starting point. I used all of the numbers and everything on how to knit it, but I put in some color work, and I just I used all the leftover yarn I had from the Celeste sweater, and I thought, why not put in some Celeste stuff in it? So here you can see it. I just took something from the Celeste sweater, and the Celeste sweater meets the Christmas morning socks. I have the tree from Christmas morning socks and snow crystals. And some of the parts in here are just something that I came up with, just some easy color work here and also on the sides here. But as you can see, the light blue really is a bad contrast, or it's not a very good contrast between the gray and the light blue. So I do regret a little bit choosing the light blue here. Maybe I could have used the dark blue instead, but I didn't care to rip back, so it is what it is. Yeah. But I am happy with this water bottle cover. It was so much fun to knit. This is going to be a Christmas gift, and I really want to knit more of these. It went by really fast and was so much fun, and I think it's a really nice Christmas gift. So this is going to be for my mother-in-law, and I'm thinking about maybe my father-in-law should get one too. Or maybe this will be for my father-in-law and I will make a new one for my mother-in-law. I'm not sure. We'll see. Someone will get it for Christmas. So I just bought a very cheap hot water bottle at like a big, it's not a big box store. I don't think you call it that. but it's called Normal. It's the store we have in Norway, and I also think you can find it in Denmark, maybe. They sell everything. They makeup and hair products and candy and supplies for, they have yarn, they have supplies for drawing and yeah, everything. A lot of stuff. So that's where I found this. So that's my last project finished for this episode. I knitted, we used 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles. It weighs 108 grams. So I got to use a little bit more of the yarn I had left from my Celeste, but I still have yarn left, so I can knit another one. So I think I will do that. Since I had so many FOs today, I don't have too much on my needles. Only 2 active whips. The first one I showed you the yarn for last time. It's the Lulu slipover by Petite Knit that I have cast on. I am using Sannes Tynn Pergint and Sannes Alpaca Følgetråd. This is, I'm not sure what følgetråd is in English, but it is, instead of using a mohair, you can use this alpaca yarn, very thin lace yarn. The Tynn Pergint is the color 3800 Bristol Black, and this one is 3161 Brown. This is how they look together. And there is quite a bit of contrast between these two. This is much lighter, and even though this is called black, it has a really brown, I think it looks really brown, very dark chocolatey brown, but I guess it depends which light you see it in. So this is very mild, but this is how far I have come. Not very much to look at. This is the back piece of the slipover. I'm knitting the size small on needles 4 millimeter US 6, and you start knitting the back piece all done, and then I haven't read too much of what I'm doing next, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, you are picking up stitches for the left and the right shoulder, and then you knit and gather in the front and knit the front piece. You're not knitting in the round on this one because it has buttons in the sides to close it together. So there's a lot of flat knitting here, which is not my favorite actually, but it's okay. It does grow pretty fast since it is 4 millimeter needles. So I'm excited for this slipover. It's not my favorite project to knit on, but I'm excited for the finished slipover. So this will be done when it's done. We'll see how much I will knit on it. But I am excited for this. So even though it is boring to knit a lot of pearls, I think it won't be a very long project since there are no sleeves to knit, so that's a plus. But I think it is a double knit edging on this, so that will take some time. But the Lulu slipover is on the needles. My next project I can't find. It has gone for a walk, I think. That was strange. Oh, I put this on top of the other project in my Christmas bag. Aha! How smart of me. I am knitting on another Christmas gift. I am knitting the zipper sweater Lightman for my 18-year-old son in this yarn, Sannes Smart, in the color 2650. It's the number, but the color is called Heathered Grey Beige. I'm not very far in this because I have to admit it's not the most fun project so far. This is the neck, and it's I'm going to knit this for about 20 centimeters, so it's not so much fun, I have to admit. But I cast on with the Judith Magic cast on, so I have this cast on another needle, just sitting here waiting while I knit all of the neck, and then I'm going to knit it or fold it and knit it together. Yes, I don't have too much to say about it yet. It's knitted on 3, 3.5 and 4 millimeter needles, US 2.5, 4 and 6. I have never sewn in a zipper in anything, so I'm not sure if I will be able to do it, but I hope so. This is the sweater that my son wanted, so I will do my very best. If not, I have some friends who are very good at sewing, so I'm sure I can ask for help. But it would be very nice to learn how to do it, because I think that a zipper sweater is something that maybe my husband would like as well. But I will start with one for my 18-year-old and we'll see how it goes. But that is my whips. Not very exciting ones, but I think they will be very nice. Both the Lulu's slipover and the zipper sweater. Yeah, and I am eager to cast on something more, something a little bit more exciting maybe. Maybe not very big projects right now because the zipper sweater is quite big, but we'll see. I am itching to cast on some more color work. I will cast on some more of the Christmas morning socks. I have someone that I want to give those for, or make some Christmas morning socks for Christmas. So I think I will do that next. And maybe I should knit another hot water bottle cover. We'll see. I'm not sure. There are so many things I want to knit, and it's so difficult to choose what's going to be next, but it should be a Christmas gift. It would be nice to finish all the gifts before December starts. So I usually do have a Yarn, Joy and Plans section in my podcast, but today there's no yarn to show. I haven't acquired any new yarn since last time, but that's a good thing, I think, because there have been a lot of new yarn coming into my stash for the last few months, and it's good to knit something of it up. But I have done that. The Celeste sweater was a new yarn, and the zipper sweater is new yarn. Lulu slipover is new yarn, so it is on my needles, so that's a good thing. But plans, my head is full of plans, and I'm sure you can relate. I think so. We have a knitting plan overload inspiration in the head. I do, but it's just so much fun. I love it, and yeah, I am so excited that I'm able to make so many beautiful things that I can wear and enjoy and talk about. I love to talk about knitting with you guys. So I just want to say thank you again for being here, for all your likes, comments. It means so much, and you are so encouraging, all of you, and for all of your feedback. That means a lot. So keep them coming, please. And if you're not already subscribed, I would be honored if you would consider doing so. Then I can reach out to more people. That's how the algorithm works on YouTube. So both thumbs up, comments, subscriptions, all of it helps a lot. And I'm, so thankful again that you take time out of your day to spend some with me. Thank you. And I will stop rambling because that's what I'm doing right now. Excited to see you again in a couple of weeks. I have said that I want to make some other kind of videos. So I am planning to doing them, but I just haven't found the time for it yet. But look out, there might be something else coming. I have to go and paint some wall boards. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to say it in English, but we are building an extension on our house, and my plan is to show you and give you a tour of the new extension in December when I'm hopefully doing Vlogmas. That is my plan. So then I will show you the new extension. But we have to paint the boards for the wall. That's going, it's the same, it's not the same, but it's like this. That's going outside of the house. And I have to paint them. And there are so many of them. So that is what I have to do now. So I will stop talking. I will say thank you for being here. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week or weekend or whatever day it is at your place. Take care of the people around you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, friends.